Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into the ultimate 2026 design guide, and we're looking at how to completely transform your living spaces. If you've been looking around your house lately and thinking it's time for a major upgrade, you're in the right place. We're going to unpack a masterclass from interior designer Surbi Jain to discover the absolute hottest wall texture trends that are going to define Indian homes this year. We're talking about taking your living rooms, your bedrooms, and even those little dining alcoves from just standard to absolutely stunning. Let's get into it. Now, to understand exactly where we're going, we kind of have to look at what we're leaving behind. And let's be real, the era of flat, plain, one-dimensional paint, it's officially fading out. Instead, 2026 is all about bringing rich depth and really dynamic textures into the mix. We are completely moving away from those boring, plain surfaces and embracing a much more chic, highly personalized aesthetic. Walls are no longer just the boundaries of a room, they're becoming the main event. So here is our roadmap for today. First, welcome to 2026 wall trends. 2, clean lines and modern vibes. 3, bringing nature indoors. 4, bold art and 3D depth. 5, the mixed material resort look. And finally, number 6, pro tips for perfect walls. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how to pull off these looks on any budget. Okay, let's dive right into this. Section 1, clean lines and modern vibes. Act 1, the modernist aesthetic. A really massive trend dominating this aesthetic right now is the use of fluted and grooved panels. So what are these? Well, they're essentially vertical grooves or ridges, and what's absolutely fantastic about them is their versatility. They can be crafted from wood, PVC, or even MDF. When you install these, especially on something like a TV feature wall or maybe right behind your bed as a sort of extended headboard, they instantly inject this high-end, modern hotel aesthetic right into your home. And here is a really cool trick the masterclass points out. When you pair these clean vertical lines with warm LED lighting, the shadows they cast make the room feel incredibly luxurious. But hey, if installing physical panels feels like a bit too much heavy lifting, you can actually achieve a really similar vibe through minimal linear designs. Think fine lines combined with beautiful matte paints, soft pastel shades, subtle color blocking, and geometric shapes that aren't screaming for attention. This is literally the less is more philosophy in action. It's a fantastic approach if you just want absolute calm and elegance without committing to heavy construction. Moving right along to Section 2, bringing nature indoors. Act 2, the naturalist aesthetic. Nothing really grounds a space quite like wooden textures. Wood provides this instant warmth and a cozy, almost tropical vibe that feels incredibly natural, especially in Indian interiors. And you definitely don't have to just stick to flat wood either. You can play around with chevron patterns, geometric alignments, or horizontal wood slots to create some real visual interest in your living rooms and bedrooms. And here's a great pro tip for you. If you are watching your budget, modern wood laminates provide a stunning finish at just a fraction of the cost. But if you want to splurge for that premium luxury, real wood veneer is absolutely the way to go. Sticking with that earthy feel, we have stone and brick finishes. This whole category includes natural stone cladding, faux brick tiles, and even exposed terracotta. This look is amazing because it perfectly bridges the gap between traditional Indian decor and contemporary design. I mean, just picture your balcony walls transformed with this raw, rustic finish. When you pair an exposed terracotta wall with vibrant indoor plants, you get this stunning industrial meets nature vibe. It's an absolutely perfect way to bring the outdoors inside. All right, let's shift the energy a bit for Section 3, bold art and 3D depth. Act 3, the artist aesthetic. So if you want your walls to make a bold, personalized statement, designer texture paints are your best friend. Since flat paint is totally out, we are replacing it with artistic depth. There are so many gorgeous options out there right now, like a granular sand finish, classic stucco, trendy lime wash, or even a cool industrial concrete effect. These are just ideal for feature niches or main accent walls in dining areas. And honestly, the budget tip here is gold. If you combine a more affordable texture paint with creative wall stencils, you can easily mimic the look of custom high-end wallpaper without breaking the bank. Now, what if we take texture from just a flat visual and turn it into a physical reality? That is exactly what 3D wall panels do. Crafted from materials like WPC, gypsum, or PVC, these panels literally pop right out from the wall. The real magic here is the dynamic play of shadow and light. Because the surface is actually raised and lowered, it interacts with the lighting in your room to completely change the mood throughout the day. Best places for this? Think TV walls, staircases, or lobbies. Drop some hidden LED strips behind them and boom, instant wow factor. For the ultimate statement, though, we have hand-painted murals and custom art. This is easily the most personal trend on our entire list. Whether it's a traditional mandala, a gradient watercolor wash, or some bold abstract brushstrokes, a mural allows you to literally paint your unique story right onto your walls. It's a highly custom approach that pretty much guarantees your space is going to have an Instagram-worthy vibe that nobody else can replicate. Also, it's a fantastic option for kids' rooms, especially since they usually want to draw on the walls anyway, right? Getting to the really high-end stuff now. Section 4, the mixed material resort look. Act 4, the visionary aesthetic. This three-step technique we're looking at here brilliantly illustrates the absolute peak of 2026 interior luxury. Instead of just picking one texture, we're layering them. So, imagine your main living room wall. Step 1, you apply a heavy, natural stone cladding on the lower half. Step 2, you contrast that grounded feel with a soft, artistic texture paint on the upper half. And then, Step 3, you separate those two entirely different materials with a sleek, seamlessly integrated, glowing LED strip. The result is this incredibly complex, ultra-luxurious wall that feels like a high-end resort right in your home. Finally, time to put it all together. Section 5, Pro Tips for Perfect Walls. The climax, masterclass rules, and recap. To summarize everything we've talked about into a quick, actionable cheat sheet, just follow this matrix. If you want a warm and natural vibe, go for wood in the living room or bedroom. Looking for dynamic energy? Put 3D panels on your staircase. If you just want things calm and elegant, minimal lines work in literally any room. It really takes all the guesswork out of planning your interior. But listen, choosing the right texture is only half the battle. The masterclass outlines 4 golden rules that are absolutely crucial. First, texture without lighting is just a bumpy wall. You have to add ambient lighting to catch those shadows. Second, rely on lighter tones to make your rooms feel expansive rather than claustrophobic. Third, and I cannot stress this enough, exercise restraint. Highlight only one accent wall per space so you don't create visual chaos. And fourth, be smart about your budget by mixing affordable materials like laminates with premium paints where they'll make the most impact. Now, if you're sitting there thinking you want some professional input on your specific space, the creator of this source material, Surbi Jain, actually offers a 30-minute personalized design consultation via WhatsApp for just 99 rupees. It's a seriously helpful way to get an expert to look at your home and tell you exactly which of these trends is going to work best for you. On top of that, she also provides full 2D and 3D drawing, furniture layout, and space planning services, starting at incredibly accessible rates of just 21 rupees per square foot. The whole shebang. It's a fantastic resource if you're looking for really specific guidance on achieving that premium aesthetic. Well, we have covered a lot of ground today. We've seen everything from the warm, cozy embrace of natural wood to the bold, dynamic pop of 3D panels, all the way to the refined calm of minimalist lines. Your walls are just waiting to be transformed from simple boundaries into massive canvases. So the question is, which texture is going to tell your home story in 2026? Think about it. Thanks so much for watching this explainer, and we will see you next time.